Hi, Kara. Thanks for joining me for breakfast today. I really appreciate it. We always have fun. But you really know your stuff, so I always come to you for any questions I have. One question that people always ask me about, buyers, is what is title insurance? Why is it important?
Great question again. You're always asking me the most awesome questions for your people. There's two types of title insurance. One is lenders and one is owners. When you purchase a home, first of all, it's the biggest investment you will ever make, okay? Remember that for in just a couple of minutes. When you're purchasing a home, the title company is going to do a thorough title search. We are going to look back in the land records 60 years. We're going to determine what needs to be done, if there's any errors that have happened that we need to correct before we close. So we are going to do a great job in that. A lot of people ask me, why do I even need title insurance? If you guys do your job well, there will be no problems, right? Well, yes, but land records are kept by human beings, which means entries are put into the computer erroneously. Deeds could be signed by someone that we don't know if it's not actually that person. There could be a missing error. That there's no way to know some of these things happen just by looking at the title. Some indicators are there sometimes, but not all the time. So, lender's title insurance basically is required if you are getting financing from a bank to purchase a home, or part of the home purchase is financed. They require lender's title insurance, which means the title company will issue a policy of insurance ensuring that their interest in the property is protected. So title insurance is the only insurance that goes backwards. Every other insurance that you purchase, car insurance, home insurance, health insurance, is for things that might happen. Title insurance is for things that may have happened that weren't found. So you're going to be required to purchase the lender's title insurance, and that's going to remain in effect until that loan is paid off. If you ever refinance, you're going to have to get another lender's policy because they're going to want coverage for the time that they put their loan in place backwards, okay? The second kind is owner's title insurance. Now, owner's title insurance is a little on the expensive side. It's a bigger cost, one of the bigger costs associated with buying a home. But remember at the beginning I said it's the biggest investment that you'll ever make. This policy is absolutely necessary, and I don't just say that because I work for a title company. I have seen horror stories where people lose their homes over things that could not be controlled because they chose not to spend this money when they purchased their home. It is elective, but 99% of people opt to get it, and it protects you from things like, again, missing errors, deeds signed fraudulently. How would we know if we're looking at a deed and it shows a signature and there's a notary there, and then that person comes back 10 years later and says, my sister did that and her husband was a notary and she had that done and recorded it. So it looks legitimate, but it's not. These are the kinds of things that happen that you could lose your house, literally.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it.
Oh.
I've absolutely seen it. Definitely not often,
right,
but it happens. And I just had a situation last week with an agent where, and this was a complete mistake. There's a lot of good title companies out there, but there was a legal description, which is the identifying information that's attached to anything that's recorded that basically connects that thing to your property. The wrong one was put on this deed and recorded. These people have been in the house since 1986 and their deed was never recorded properly. Seriously, they went to sell the house. They thought they weren't going to be able to sell the house because of this. That's the kind of thing. Their owner's title insurance saved their you-know-whats. This is the kind of stuff, and again, I know it's a hefty cost, but it is something you need to allow for. You wouldn't go without health insurance. You wouldn't go out without automobile insurance in case you get into an accident. This protects you. And it's a one-time fee, and it literally protects you even when you sell the property. So,
and you pay for it at closing.
You pay for it at closing. You can roll it into your closing costs, and again, it's a one-time fee. fee. Some title companies will negotiate that rate for you, so be sure to ask if there's any discounts available, reissue rates, whatever could be applicable. Not everybody does that, but some people do, and there's factors involved to see if that's available. But any questions on title insurance, you can always call me, call Ellen. There's a lot of information on the internet. Just know that it's an absolute. You must have it, even though it's elective.
Right. That's what I always tell people too. I'm like, yeah, you have to get it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kara, with Pruitt Title. I really appreciate you always sharing such great information with me. And thank you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.